Welcome to part 2 of my first year at the University of Edinburgh videos. In this section I'll be talking about my background, some of my mental health struggles and the events that led up to me becoming a student at the University of Edinburgh. I hope you enjoy. I finished all my exams. They were okay. My history of art exam didn't really go very well, and I think I'm going to ask for more time. I'm trying not to worry about it though. I have done an application for the special circumstances though, so hopefully that should be good. I can like update you with how that goes. I thought while we were here we could just do a little, I suppose not update, I suppose like how I kind of got here, because I feel like I haven't really fully explained my like story, so to speak. So I went to a state school, which, you know, it was meant to be a really good school, but I think with state schools it's very much hit or miss. I know a lot of my friends have gone to private schools, and I think definitely the jump from school to university for someone that's gone to a public school is, the gap is so much less. There's things like they have obviously had much more like opportunities with going abroad, seeing, especially with our history, a lot of it is visual, so a lot of it is seeing, you know, the monuments, the artwork in person, and I noticed that there is a massive gap between that. Perhaps not academically in like your knowledge or ability, but like in the opportunities and in the education. I think there is definitely a difference to be said there. But that's definitely nothing to be like discouraged by, because it's things that they do give support for. But I think it is definitely something that I didn't realise there would be that much of a difference there. And I think as well, because I had quite a lot of mental health stuff going on for me. I was really badly bullied throughout high school, so that was something that, you know, has definitely made me a better person for it, and I think it's definitely made me more emotionally aware and emotionally intelligent. So, you know, last year I had a gap year, and there were days I couldn't get out of bed. I would just feel so unbelievably anxious. I'd be having panic attacks when I was in my bed in a house in safe environment. I'd still feel like there was a threat. So it's really unbelievable, the change. But I think there's so much to say for no matter if you've been bullied, no matter if you have mental health struggles, if you have financial struggles, if you you know, have some trauma, you can totally do it and you can totally push past. I did not think in a million years I would make it to uni, honestly. The idea was always like, oh, I'd love to go to uni, but in reality I never thought that would be a possibility, so it's been so nice. And there's probably going to be a stage if you do start uni and you are anxious that you're probably like in October and you'll be like, what have I done, why am I doing this? But it settles out, and I've found an amazing group of friends now, and I'm doing well in my uni work, and I'm staying, and I'm literally the happiest I've been in years. But definitely something to be said is to just trust the process. Don't compare your uni life to other people's uni life, because everything will come in its own time. Like, I was always like, oh god, I'm not going clubbing, I'm not getting the full uni experience, but I've been a few times now and it's like, it's great fun, but it's just perhaps not something that I'd want to do like every single night. But yeah, I think you really just find your own people. University is so much more diverse than high school, so if you've struggled in high school like I have, just know that you'll find your people at university. Hello, so it is the 10th of January today, and I thought I would just give you all a little update. It's the new year, which is kind of exciting, and I am going back to uni in a week's time. Things are going well, yeah. I got a lot of support from the DSA, so I'm currently trying to figure out how to like actually implement that. I'm spending the whole morning studying, trying to catch up with some work, answering emails, so yeah, it's been good. And as you can tell, I'm still in my pyjamas, and it is 1:45, but it's fine. It's a study day. I'm going to be talking very briefly about how I kind of felt at the end of semester 1 going into semester 2, and some things that have helped me with that transition and some things that have like aided me throughout semester 2, making it a bit of a easier experience than semester 1. So at the end of semester 1 I had my exams, which I think I only actually had one exam, which was history of art. However, I was so anxious about it, and everything that could have gone wrong basically went wrong. But I applied for this thing called special circumstances, which I only found out about quite late in the term, but it's such an amazing tool, especially for people with disabilities or learning difficulties or mental health issues. It can be so useful, so I think it's a really amazing tool that anyone should utilise should they need to. Another thing that I employed in semester 2 was that I got funding from the disabled students allowance, which has basically allowed me, they gave me some software on my computer which allows me to go through my work. There's various different softwares, but one of them that sort of allows me to go through my work with a spell checker, and it sort of spell checks ways in which dyslexic students would write, so it's more so the way that they sound as opposed to the way that they're written, which has been really helpful. And also there's one that can read out my work to me, which makes it so much easier to process and proofread. Going along with the DSA support and the special circumstances, you get aided in those applications, which has been really helpful because they are quite lengthy applications. Okay, so all of my classes have finished now, and I've got about a month until my exams start, which I'm like super anxious about. But I think semester 2 has definitely given me so much more opportunity to really like settle into my surroundings in Edinburgh and kind of like get the most out of the like university experience. I think with academic work it's definitely gotten a lot easier, but it's still super hard. Like I find academic work, even though I'm at university, it's not the work, it's just the pressure that I think I put on myself, and of course the pressure of university that kind of makes me struggle with it. Leaning into other people for support has really just like helped me get through it. Especially as well, I think finding things that are outside of your academic life that kind of help like with the work-life balance, and one of those things is joining the gym, which I did only within the last month, but it has literally like transformed my, I don't want to say transform my life, that's extremely dramatic, but it has significantly helped. So it's just such a great place that you can go that's separate from your flat or from work, and you can just go and like purely focus on yourself. And they also have like sauna facilities and like shower facilities, so you can do like a little self-care evening afterwards.